All right, hello everybody and welcome. I'm gonna keep it pretty chill today. We're just gonna play some Monster Camp, have a little fun, make a mess. But I hope you are all having a wonderful Friday and are super excited for the weekend. I will likely be changing up my schedule a little bit tomorrow. So keep an eye out on my Twitter. I'm sorry, I already have a cat screaming at me as soon as I started my stream. I just want to eat my one piece of puppy chow and start my stream, child. Yeah. Yeah, why are you yelling? But I hope you're all having a great weekend. Start to the weekend. I think I still have streamer mode on. Yes, beautiful. Let's see what we have in the gallery real quick. Because I know I'm still missing quite a few endings. I want to see what items I'm missing to see if I can find some. I'm just kind of doing a basic, like, kind of have an idea of what I do have because I haven't played this in a bit. Also, my VTuber is being a menace and is not reacting quickly to me for some odd reason. I need to double check that it's actually sounding through. Let's see. Testing, testing. All right, I'm still sounding through, so I guess I just am not going to have a very reactive model today. Okay, I can live with that. I don't know why it's not reacting that quickly, but it just wants to be a menace. Oh, do I only have one left? Ooh, I do only have one left. Okay. Okay. I don't know what it is. Because it doesn't tell you, but we're going to try to see if we can get one. We will find that item. Or we will die trying. We're going to do a short game because I know I'm going to read everything. And yeah. Camp Spooky, stage of some of our dearest summers, back then when we were young and unafraid. With school far from everything seemed far away, everything seemed possible as the sun embraced us on the way to camp. Summer has that distinct power, doesn't it? You live for the days while the nights inebriate you with possibilities. It's like life could take a turn at every corner. And for us, it did. We're going to try to romance. We're going to be Sawyer! Perfect bean. Have that. I have that. I have that. I have that. I have that. I'm pretty sure I have all of these. So we're going to go for the pocket therapist. We're going to go for the spork. We're going to go for the sword. I'm going to be really mad if it's the coral that I don't have. But I'm pretty sure I've had that one. One might say that the monster prom had hardened us on the highs and lows of love. But no, in love we're always absolute beginners. And summer camp was no different. No one talked about it, but the idea of a summer love loomed over our heads. Close to the last day of camp, there was a meteor shower happening, just 3 weeks away. Everyone knew that if you were into someone, you were gonna watch that damn thing together. And so a silent yet powerful pressure invaded us. It was the monster prom all over again. Everything seemed uncertain. Everything but one thing. Whoever we were asking on the meteor shower date, it was probably going to be one of the 6 coolest people on the bus. Joy, a badass witch who wanted to chill a bit after saving the world countless times. Aravi, a hot-headed adventurer possessed by a curse that had turned out to be the most annoying roommate ever. Calculester, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life at the fullest. Dahlia, a buff blue demon and warmonger who had set her sights on conquering summer next. Damien, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. And Milo, a oh my gosh, I can't talk today. A Death Reaper doubling as an internet influencer, and who is profoundly in love with life and all its earthly pleasures. I can't speak today. This is going to be great. The bus trip was long, and all of summer could be shaped to be the first step well taken. And so it was clear. It all came down to breaking the ice and causing a good impression with the right person. Which of these is my favorite show? Anime. 100%. Dahlia! Alright. Hey, I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to do voices. This was a bad choice for games tonight. Hey, I love anime. Glad we got something in common, Sawyer. Anime has inspired me to be the best like no one ever was. I have so many new muscles to thank anime for. I've even been workshopping some cool names to scream while I'm using my signature fighting moves. Tell me honestly, does the name Blue Eclipse Punch of the unbeatable Dahlia strike fear in your heart, or is it too wordy? I'm gonna come up with more over camp. We should make some names together. Heck yeah! We only had 3 weeks left to woo our crush and conquer their hearts, but as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Ooh! She likes bold. I want bold. But I should probably boost my charm and fun. I think maybe we're gonna boost charm first. A day of fun and zany scavenger hunts await you at Camp Dome. Last night the counselors stole your organs while you were asleep, and you had to solve the scavenger hunt clues to get them back. Isn't that fun? No, too bad. You make the best of the situation by stealing your hotter friend's organs in place of your own. You get +10 evil from Dimitri's liver. You'll also find a very strange gland. Common sense, you shove it up your nose. It secretes +2 charm. Later, you see Aravi and Dahlia training together for the next Dome Games. They're both covered in blood, and the ground is littered with disemboweled bodies. It's terrifying, but they both look extremely hot covered in blood. I love that outfit for both of them. Hell yeah, Carnage! What's our next training exercise, fellow warrior? My all-time favorite, 3-legged race. We'll crush their necks with enemies at Camp Rival Camp, all with our in-sync steppin'. Fuck yeah! Aravi grabs a rope to tie her leg to Dahlia's, but Dahlia blushes and shies away. Oh wow, Aravi. I didn't realize you wanted to get this more serious. What are you talking about, muscular juggernaut? Well, it seems like you're suggesting a kind of fusion. Call me old-fashioned, but I take fusion very seriously. It's the most erotic method of teamwork. Ah, I get it. Listen, Dahlia, you're totally right that fusion can be sexual, but doesn't have to be. Yeah, it's true. Just look at me and Aravi. Bond between cursed and cursed is technically a form of fusion, but We're totally platonic BFFs. Whoa! Oh my gosh, nope. I'm not gonna be able to do Dahlia. Whoa! Platonic fusion, that sounds awesome. And powerful. And emotionally nourishing. I know, right? Okay, we totally have to do this fusion. We're already unstoppable, but once we fused, we'll be unstoppable. Oh yeah, baby. Time for some platonic leg stuff. No, wait. Fusing can be very intense. We'll need to make sure our friendship is as strong as possible in our hearts and in our legs before we do this. That totally makes sense. My buddy Ralph fused with an acquaintance he didn't know that well. Long story short, but the fusing went wrong and they accidentally switched buttholes. Alright, fist up. Friendship strengthening, and after that, platonic three-legged fusion. You're totally on board with this incredibly logical train of thought, but how will you strengthen Dahlia and Aravi's friendship so they can fuse properly? They can get to know each other better. I only have 4 in creativity. I have 5 in charm. I would think platonic date might be better with my stats right now. But this could also be fun, and then I'll fuck myself. I'm pretty sure this is creativity. Damn it, it's fun! Damn it! I knew it. I talked myself into it, and it was wrong. Ugh. You prepare the best date ever. It's the perfect chance for the 2 legs to get to know each other. First up, hit the gym. You know, it's fucking leg day. After that, it's pedicure time, and finally, shoe shopping. That's when things get complicated. I'm looking for something badass in leather, preferably some boots. That'll give me a buff and defensive stats. I've found just the thing. These boots are perfect for you. And here, you can try them on with these socks. These socks? Aravi holds up a pair of socks that Dahlia suggested. The socks have individual cases for each toe, just like gloves. Aravi, those socks have fingers. It's a fucking travesty. Don't put those on. My only moral conviction is that socks with fingers are for idiots. Socks with fingers? What's next? Underwear with pockets? Dahlia, this is insane. You're the insane one, Aravi. You gotta have finger socks. That way you can flip off your enemies with your feet and stomp them to death. I'm sorry, Dahlia, but we just have different spiritual beliefs on this issue. Listen, I still like you, but I can never accept finger socks. I understand. We'll never cross the normal sock versus finger sock divide, but Aravi, I still want to be friends. Wow, this is like the 5th most dramatic event I've ever witnessed involved finger socks. After the most amicable thigh breakup you've ever seen, Dahlia and Aravi and Hex decide it's better if they don't do the partner of the 3-legged race. Since Dahlia and Aravi don't want to compete in the 3-legged race, you decide to complete, using a stick that you glued googly eyes on to nickname Dad. You lose the race. Camp Rival Camp defeats Camp Spooky. Everyone hates you and you lose -2 smarts and -1 creativity. Big ouch. I need to get some creativity. Let us go over here. I also need fun, but I also want boldness. This is a difficult choice. That day at Monster Scouts, you learn to identify different animal tracks. First, you practice identifying bears and deer, but then you start having to identify way more specific tracks. You identify the tracks of a sculptor. A sculptor. Half human, half sculptor. You follow the tracks until you find a legendary beast. The sculptor teaches you the basics of sculpture. You gain +2 creativity. I can't read today. This is oh my god. Beautiful. Yes, Dahlia. Fucking slay. Okay. You end up hanging with Dahlia, trying to teach her the meaning of the word chill. That is 100% her Halloween costume. You feel like you're just starting to make progress when Bear attack! Bear attack! I'm a bear and you're about to get attacked. But wait, how could you be a bear if you're actually Coach in a bear costume? This is a bear preparedness drill, Dahlia. I'm dressed as a bear in order to teach campers about bear safety. Suspend your disbelief. Okay, what muscle do I flex to suspend my disbelief? She looks fucking gorgeous. I'm getting distracted. Oh my god. Your glutes. Now, you prepared for a bear attack? You bet I am. I knew there was a reason I legally changed my middle name named oh my gosh, my middle name to Bear Puncher this morning. Not so fast, my enthusiastic camper. If bears were all about punching, we would need drills. What if a bear engages you? Not in a battle of blows, but in a battle of wits. From behind his back, Coach produces 2 full wine glasses. Don't worry, it's just grape juice. Even Willy Bears don't condone drinking alcohol at summer camps. Now here's the twist. One of the glasses is poisoned. Battle of wits has begun. In the end, you will choose your glass, and we both drink and find out who is the winner and who is dead. Normally, I wouldn't condone drinking poison at summer camp either, but this is for educational purposes. Now, I am the sort of bear who would put the poison in my own glass, trusting in my strength to save you, or am I the sort of bear who would put the poison in your glass because Dahlia snatches the glass out of Coach's hand and chugs both of them. I choose both glasses. What? Why? Because the last thing you would expect. It's called lateral thinking, and I excel at it. Oh my gosh, I can't do the voice anymore. I excel at it because my brain's the strongest. Okay, well, you're definitely poisoned now. Oh, whoops. Oh no, you can't smooch Dahlia if she dies of poison. Romancing corpses is only okay if you reanimate it somehow. Tell her. Oh my gosh, drink bleach. I'm not smart enough for that. I'm not smart enough for that. Bold. Damn it! I'm never gonna get a date. This is never gonna happen. Out with the poison, you say? What if I told you I already have? Inconceivable. Conceive it, Coach. Last night, while the other campers were asleep, I swapped all my blood with that of Sawyer's blood. I was doing it to earn my swap bodily fluids with another camper badge. Not sure how the Master Scouts intended that badge to be earned, but okay. But now the true genius has been revealed. The poison isn't in my blood, it's in Sawyer's blood. Sure, but the poison is still in Dahlia's body, right? It's not just like because it came from you, it's going to. Oh shit, you actually feel super poisoned. Don't worry, Sawyer. I'm sure your super buff organs have no problem metabolizing all of this bear venom I ingested. Nope, your organs are just regular organs, and they respond to the poison in the normal way by shutting you down and making you pass out. You wake up several hours later in the infirmary, suffering from an acute hunger for salmon, hair in all the wrong places, and liver toxosis. Are you awake? Congratulations on surviving your first bear poisoning. Although I'd have to say, you still got a lot to learn about bear safety. Rule number 1, safety. Never let your classmates swap all their blood with yours, and then ingest poison as part of a battle of wits with the bear. Basic mistake like these are exactly why I'm running this camp with Bear Awareness Camp training. Anyways, I should go. Dahlia promised to visit you and help heal your organs with something she calls punch therapy. Enjoy! You do not enjoy. Instead, you lose -2 fun and -1 boldness. Ugh. I'm never gonna get a date in this game. Why you being so rude? Please be both of them so I don't have to worry about getting a message later. Beautiful. Beautiful. They finished the stuff at work, so I'm like, yes, I don't have to worry about getting a call later for something messing up. Love Milo. Okay, you and Milo are debating whether or not the human personification of an apple pie would be ENFP or ISFJ when Dahlia comes crashing into your conversation. So fucking cute. Milo Sawyer, I need your help with something. I don't want to do helping right now. I've had a stressful day reaping the souls of sobbing children's beloved dogs. I totally broke a nail swiping left on a hater earlier. But I have to get this that'll be filled with celebrities and go to this event. I'll be filled with celebrities and aristocrats. And crats, but yeah. And I have to spend an exorbitant amount of money on a useless trinket to present to the host. Oh, well, you've got me. Spending an exorbitant amount of money on a useless trinket to bring into the socialite event is my sort of specialty. Spill the tea, girl. So, the king and queen of the fourth circle of hell just died in a murderous acid breathing related accident. Their son, Acid Breath Arson, is having his coronation ceremony next week. Okay, seems legit. Every demon who's any demon is going to be there giving gifts to the young king. It's my big chance to impress a potential ally that I can one day brutally betray. But I don't really know what murderous boy king's like. Have you thought about getting him a scented candle that smells like spiritual concept of beige? No, see, this is exactly why I came to you, Milo. I would have never thought of that in a million years. Yeah, neither would have any other sane person. Luckily, you know the perfect gift for a little regicidal maniac. Fuck. I want to do music, but that's gonna be Milo. We're doing a rock. Good, good. Seriously? A really cool rock? That's totally genius. No, it really isn't, Dahlia. You aren't seriously going to show up at this extremely prestigious event and present a rock, are you? Dahlia. Right? 300 years in the future, a traveler ducks into a dark, empty tavern to escape the cold. Ellen, well met, barkeep. I've just enough coin for a one-night stay. If you'd be so kind to house a weary old man. Keep your coin, traveler. You'll need it for the next dreary winter's night. You're welcome to stay. I'll even give you a warm cup of bone broth in exchange for a good story. A story, you say? All right, I've got one. Here's a tale of the King Aaron the Prosperous. Acid-breathing Aaron was set to be crowned as the king of the Fourth Circle 300 years ago. On this very night, in fact, demons from afar and wide came to present him with worthy gifts. Aaron received gold, fine clothing, even whole swaths of farmland, but he was impressed by none of it. A spoiled boy king already knew riches beyond compared. But it is said that at the night drew to a close, a mysterious war lady kicked down the palace doors and demanded an audience with the new king. She claimed to have a present for him that was so daring, so amazing, so unexpected, that it would shape the very fabric of his rulership for centuries. Oh, how exciting! And what was this amazing gift? It was a rock. A rock? That's it? Yes, but, and can I not stress this enough, it was a really cool rock. Rock was so cool that it reshaped King Aaron's entire worldview. Sure, money and power could buy gold, jewels, and happiness, but it could not buy a cool rock. King Aaron went on to rule for almost 200 glorious years with that rock by his side. Incredible, and what became of this mysterious war lady who gifted him said rock? It is said that she returned to her spooky encampment from which she hailed, where she found many more cool rocks, and perhaps took a horny lover as well. I'm intrigued by your story, traveler. Please stay a while and expound on the alleged coolness of this legendary rock. Meanwhile, back in the present, you spend the evening helping Dahlia pick out the coolest rock you can find. It's a dumb gift for sure, but a night with Dahlia, it's greatest gift of all. We're gambling. We're visiting Jean. Jean and all the good drinks. I have some drinks here for you. It's up to you which you choose to drink. Let's see what's behind door number 1. No. No. No idea if I got the recipe right and want to try it. Otherwise, you have the mystery box. We always do the box. What do we get? Please not the mask. Damn it. Mystery box. So bold of you. Hope you're happy with it. No refunds. This drains my highest score. Good old mosquito. That's not a drink. It's just a magic mosquito that will drain your highest stat. Goodbye, boldness. When it's finally in your stomach, it'll dissolve and distribute the absorb between the rest of your stats. You might feel some tickles in your tummy. Well, that boosted everything else. Now I just have to work on boldness. I hate how fun didn't get anything. Still hard to believe you drank that. Good luck, I guess. All right, boldness it is. You're searching the haunted manor, you come across an enchanted doll that promises to grant all your wishes. Cool, you take it, it possesses you, of course. It turns out the spirit that was inside of it is exactly like you in every way, so nobody notices a difference. Only difference is that the spirit is a little bit bolder than you, so you basically gain +2 boldness. I love that outfit. I love all of everybody's outfits. You're minding your own business, smelling people, when Dahlia grabs you and drags you to the lake shore. There you are, Sawyer. Once more, I need your help achieving the best summer ever. Critique my rock skipping technique. Dahlia skips a rock straight upwards. It disappears into space. Moments later, you notice a faint glimmer in the sky. That's not Dahlia's rock, or the satellite Dahlia's rock destroyed. It's a meteor. It crashes down into the woods on the far side of the lake, turning them into a giant bonfire. Yeah, ultimate campfire. Oh my gosh, I've got a hiccup. I got a burp, excuse me. Tell me some campfire stories, but very loudly. Oh my gosh. You tell her about the one with the horny summer campers who finally boinked when you're distracted by a glowing figure approaching you across the lake. Greetings, said the figure. In a warm, booming voice. It is I, Caller, Herald of Summer. Caller, it's an honor to meet you. Can you critique my critique my rock skipping technique? I am here on as much a more important errand, says the spirit. Your passion for achieving the ideal summer has moved me. I have a quest for you. I have grown weak as of late due to lack of worship. Heralds of all the seasons mock me and drain me of my power. I need you to destroy them. I will do it, noble Hotman. I was gonna say talk to them and ask them to stop being jerks, but honestly, that sounds great if you're up for it. The first herald you must defeat is Vern, Herald of Spring. He's in Florida. Good luck. I make my own luck. Out of blood. Blood! Moments later, you're face to face with Vern. It turns out traveling to Florida is easy. You just mix a can of Bud Light with cough syrup and you're there. What's up, bros? Says Vern while shotgunning a hard seltzer and thinking about boobs. Here to defeat me on behalf of the nerd caller. Yes, and also get a tan. A good tan is critical for the best summer ever. Huh, says Vern, doing 3 keg stands at once by the grace of his divine might. Suck my Easter eggs, losers. No one can defeat me, he says. I'm gonna live forever. Spring break, woo! You just see about that. You'll just see about that. It so happens that you know the perfect technique on how to defeat the Herald of Spring. Both of them are beautiful, and I think I have high enough stats for both. I kind of want to remind him that lame opening act for summer. That's smarts. Yeah, no, this is smarts. What? Okay, okay. I'm glad I had high enough smarts. Um, what? Says Vern, taking a selfie next to his passed out friend's penis. No way, spring is the tits. Really? Then what are you doing? What were you doing last spring? You know, spring break, baby. Spring break's the third week of spring. What were you doing before that? Planning for spring break, obviously. And after spring break, remembering all the good times I had at spring break, obviously. I mean, it's not like anything else ever. Oh my god. You're right, said Vern, sending his 30th consecutive unanswered text to his dad. Spring is a bullshit season. That's right. You over-pollinated weakling. Spring is a coward season. It's such a pathetic excuse for a season. It even makes the clouds cry. April showers bring May flowers. Kiss my blue ass. I wanted May flowers. I buy them in a store in July. But, stammers Vern, forlorningly, duct taping a 4-ounce to each hand. Spring is the season where all the animals fuck. Fucking is pretty cool, right? You need a season to tell you have sex? What are you, crops? Do you have an egg timer wired to your dick, or do you just slap your cock with a calendar every day to see if it's time yet? Oh my god, Dolly. I don't have a dick, says Vern. I'm the divine embodiment of the season of spring. Please don't tell my bros. Oh, well, tell them all right. Unless you submit to the glory of summer. Fine, whatever, said Vern. Summer's when I'm planning to go into, Ibzia, anyways. Vern sullenly dissolves into a vortex of divine pink energy. Dahlia high fives you so hard that your hand grows a beard. This is the only start to a grand adventure. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. Heck yeah! Pooh Bear. Hey, Flynn. He's just sleeping on the floor. We need more boldness. While exploring the haunted manor, you find an enchanted skull who speaks in riddles. His voice makes your ears bleed. You decide to name him Sparky and put him on your keychain as a fun pet. He tells you all sorts of cool things like beware the tides of Venus. And if you meet a guy named Lenny at Costco, don't give him $20. Sparky also tells you exactly when and how you'll die. Apparently, it's going to involve a lot of mozzarella sticks. You gain +2 boldness for gaining that foresight. You slip away to meet Dahlia, who told you to meet her at the haunted house later for extremely important business. There you are, Sawyer. Excellent. All is going as I planned. You see, according to my detailed battle strategy, Dahlia pulls out a notebook covered in puffy dolphin stickers and labeled Best Summer Ever Notebook Top Secret. One of these key components of my best summer ever is sharing a summer kiss in the haunted house. So pucker up, Sawyer. I'm about to declare mouth war all over your face. That's your Dahlia, all right. You lean in for a kiss. Boo! Woof, woof, woof. God, you're supposed to say boo too. That's how you scare people. But I'm not a ghost. I'm a werewolf. That's total steal from other cultures. Excuse me, what? When I was supposed to be startled just now? That the only thing that startles me is thinking about how much I love otters. They are catastrophically adorable. It was supposed to be a prank, but it looks like we failed. Oh well, back to the drawing board, where we hit people over the heads when we can't think of anything better of the prank. Ah, your prank failed? Unfortunate. Being hilariously pranked is another key ingredient for the best summer ever. Wait, did you say you're trying to have the best summer ever? That's literally the last thing I said, yes. Ooh, so then you've already written a heartfelt poem about how great Scott and I are. Because you know, that's the number one ingredient for a best summer ever and stuff. I was unaware of this. Tell me more. Well, it's gotta be a Shakespearean sonnet, full of frank confessions of deep feelings and also allusions to both modern and classical literature. Polly lays down some ground rules and Dahlia gets to work, a look of intense concentration on her face. Soon she's almost finished, but there's a problem. Sonnet's supposed to end in the rhyming couplet, and I just can't think of the one that sums up everything I love about Polly and Scott. Ooh, just say pizza. Everyone loves pizza. As usual, Scott's suggestion is almost optimally unhelpful. It looks like it's up to you to wow everyone with your incredible poetry skills. All right. And so it is with Scott and Polly, two people that I would rescue from a trolley. And so it is with Scott, Polly, and Scott. Really, really hot, you. Yeah. Wow, that's exactly what I wanted to write. But I couldn't make it fit in the meter. Turns out I just wasn't using enough reallys. Dahlia finishes writing her sonnet on a sheet of perfumed pink paper from her best summer ever notebook and nervously hands it to Polly and Scott. Polly reads it thoughtfully and Scott refrains from chewing on it for almost 1 minute. Wow, they're both really captivated. Well, what do you think? I love it, Dahlia. You do? Of course I do. Sure, you rhymed blood with blood a couple of times, but sure. Line 5 and 6 are just drawings of shark from with friendship written on them. But overall, the just juxtapositions of violent imagery with the pathos of deeply felt friendship creates a heady, emotional cocktail. Oh my gosh, I just can't read today. This is bad. My brain is like focusing so hard and I'm still failing and I'm like, please brain, don't fail me while I'm trying to like read on stream. And you know how I feel about cocktails. Wink. And let's not forget about lines 7 and 8, where Polly and Scott are hanging out at camp. I don't think much about my lust for blood. Is that a reference to an Iliad? It's so fresh and yet it resounds with ancient themes. Nah, I just always heard that you should write what's in your heart. My heart is totally full of blood, so that's what I wrote about. Oh, well, I love it, Dahlia. It's just so pure, never change. I like how the paper smells. Great criticism, Scott. But we've saved the best for last, your closing couplet. Now, I've been called hot before. I've been called hot by Teen Spectre magazine. I've been called hot by Tim Burton, which doesn't seem to count because he has a fetish. I've even been called hot by the Pope. But I've never in my life been called hot in an imamicable parameter. It's been the most successful prank in Prankmaster history. Wait, that was a prank? I thought we were sincerely encouraging our friends to explore their artistic souls. Did I say prank? I meant selfless display of creative altruism. Hooray! Selfless display of creative altruism, masters. Away! Oh my god, that voice was horrible. Scott and Polly fly through the ceiling on a rope they apparently placed here for this purpose and escape on a helicopter. They leave a Scott-shaped hole in the ceiling. And in both of your hearts, you gain +2 fun and +1 creativity. Alright, we're on the up and up. We're doing great. Oh, we're gonna go see Dahlia. You see Dahlia and Calculester sitting together. Dahlia is showing Calculester all of the Monster Scout badges, pulling them out one by one as if they're priceless treasures. And this is my brownie selling badge. I got it by selling the most brownies of all the Monster Scouts. That's lovely, Dahlia. What is your entrepreneurial success strategy for selling brownies? Actually, Polly helped me with this one. She said she added a secret ingredient to the batter. Whatever it was, people bought it by the buttload. Oh, I see. I got tons more. This is my brush your teeth 3 times badge. Here's my shower every day badge and my K-Beauty skincare queen. Are all of the Monster Scout badges predicated on completing basic organic hygiene? Not always. Here's my repurposed an entire skeleton badge. I got that by turning a human skull into a cereal bowl. His spine is a walking stick, and I used his ribs to make a cool xylophone. I love necro arts and crafts. Oh, oh dear. Was the human already dead when this happened? Well, duh. He was actually a twofer. I got his skeleton by completing the rob a grave before the funeral is over badge. Coach was super proud of me, and I think the widow took it pretty well. I have a lot of badges already, but there are still so many more to achieve. And Dahlia Aquino never gives up. I gotta earn them all. Friend Dahlia, I am appreciative that you have thought to share this very important thing with me. Of course, buddy. What are friends for? Quite. However, I cannot help but feel a bit conflicted over your desire to earn them all. It seems that many of the Monster Scout badges are morally dubious. What? That's blasphemy. The Monster Scouts are an esteemed organization of plucky young monsters who want to achieve and do good. So you say. But I fail to see how the badges of turn a kindergartner class into a police state badge helps you achieve and do good. Have you ever been to a kindergartner classroom before? Those little snotheads have no order or sense of duty. A police state would vastly improve their puny society. There have been a great reminder to never let Dahlia get into childcare. But in the meantime, which of your friends are you going to back on this Monster Scout? Dahlia, how do you plan to get the questioning the Monster Scout badge system integrity badge? That's exactly what someone trying to beat Dahlia's badge record would say. You. Yeah! No, Sawyer, this is not the case. I sincerely believe that the Monster Scout badge system is unethical and disingenuous. Ha! Think you can fool me with the words you made up words, do ya? No way, Jose, I'm not that dumb. I am genuinely unsure what to do with that statement. It's okay. I'm not angry. I'm always down for some competition. But if you want to try and beat me, then bring it on. Dahlia, please, I have no reason to compete with you. The Monster Scout badges are highly arbitrarily and staggeringly easy to earn. Therefore, not an effective. Ah, Cal, you're shiny, clever bastard. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick so I can keep my voice. Hopefully. Okay. You almost had me there. You may think the badges are easy to earn, but I'll crush you in the end. Dahlia always wins. Yes, apparently so. I have finished running 1,623 possible simulations on which I tried to convince you of the honesty in my words, and none of them were successful. I suppose we will have to put this conversation on hold for now. At least until the Squid People uprising, according to simulation number 607. Good night, friends. Ha! I knew I'd make him retreat sooner or later. Thank you, Sawyer, for helping me see through Cal's ingenious ruse. I could use a strategist like you among my ranks. Fuck yeah, war romance. It's the best kind of romance. You have until the Squid People uprising to make Dahlia your bae. Better make it count. Bring out your flasks. All right, we're gonna gamble because we always gamble. Weekend arrives, and so is time with John, the small, magical Latino cat. Look who's here. Welcome to my bar. Oh, sorry. Wrong voice. Look who's here. Welcome to my bar. Really, I don't know who in their right minds would take such a risk, but I guess you have more thirst than common sense. Anyways, check this drink. Ooh, that's a good one. Pina colada. Otherwise, you always have the mystery box. We're doing what we always do, the mystery box. Please don't be the mask. No. Why do I always get the shit drinks right now? Hope you're happy with it. No refunds. I don't think protein shake does all that much. Protein shake, just a bunch of bugs. There you are. Changes your stats randomly. It's called shake. Shake up your stats. No, because it's an actual shake, you genius. Thought it was pretty obvious. That's okay. That's okay. I can still build up that boldness in the next 2 days, and I think I should be good. And I can try with Dahlia. We'll see. Bold. That was the last shakeup I had, so we'll see. That day you ventured into the haunted manor to prove that you were not a little scaredy cat. The manor transforms itself into a winding maze from which there is no escape. You'll be trapped here forever. Luckily, you brought your phone and some snacks, so you sit down and play solitaire until the house gets bored of you and shows you the exit. It turns out the best defense against the supernatural is apparently apathy. It's total apathy. You gain +2 boldness. Sawyer, hi, what are you doing? Nothing not important. It's time to kill Winter. I tracked her down. Her name is Bruma, and she lives in Alaska in a palace made of ice and crude oil. Let's go. You hesitate for a moment because Alaska sucks, but Lady Aquina of Hell triggers a travel montage before you can object. One plane, one bus, and one tantum ride later, you stand before a palace of the Herald of Winter. The portcullis opens with a tremendous grating noise. Who dares approach my sanctum? Bellows Harold, who looks like Elsa from Frozen, but wearing a Christmas sweater emblazoned with the words, "This is not copyright infringement." It is I, Lady Aquina of Hell, and I have come on the behalf of the Herald of Summer to melt you into fluid. Foolish mortal, said Bruma. You cannot defeat the mighty Winter. It is far superior season. What impossible! Summer has all the best things. Revealing swimsuits, sweating profusely, Summer Olympics. Indeed. But winter has bitter cold, not being able to go outside, and the Winter Olympics. Curses, she's right. Damn those figure skaters and their sexy ice bikinis. Yes, you can't stand against me. Now run along. I have lunch with Sarah Palin in an hour. No, you can't give up this easily. Surely there must be a way to ruin winter and defeat its heralds. Wait, you've got it. Oh my god. I want to give her socks. No, I don't have enough fun. Really fiendish emergency socks. Emergency socks. I'm just gonna skip this part. I'm so sad that I failed it. They're looking for socks. She loves socks. We didn't beat her. I lost charm and boldness. I had 7 for my fun. I'm so sad. I was hoping socks would work. You go into the haunted manor with a group only to immediately split up once you get inside, as is customary. You quickly get lost and have no cell signal, but in a stroke of genius, you follow the signs to the haunted manor's lost and found to wait for your friends to pick you up. You find all sorts of cool lost knickknacks while you wait. Some bloody gloves, a haunted iPod, it only plays Thriller by Michael Jackson, totally normal Furby that still manages to be the creepiest thing in there. And at the bottom of the box, you find +2 boldness. Yoink! Who in their right mind would throw that away? Later, you're sitting around fantasizing about what it would be like for Dahlia to ask you on a date. Would you head to a gym, visit a battlefield, go dancing DDR? Hey, Sawyer, listen, I have an emergency. I need to take you to dinner tonight. Will you be my date? Holy shit. You're also wondering what it would be like to suddenly inherit $1 million from a mysteriously wealthy relative that you've never met right now. Okay, that's not how it works apparently, but still, it's a date. You meet Dahlia at a high-class restaurant. Damn, she really went all out for this. And then she's wearing her sweats. I fucking love it. Thank you for coming, Sawyer. Allow me to open up the door and pull your chair out for you. Now, shall we have some romantic mood lighting? I brought my own candles just in case the restaurant didn't have one. Dahlia pulls out an already lit candle out of her pocket and sets it on the table. Fancy. Okay, now that's out of the way. I love what you're wearing tonight. It makes you look very handsome and or beautiful. Okay, you're about to say ditto when you realize Dahlia is frantically flipping through some type of guidebook. Okay. I'm supposed to kiss your hand now, I think. All right, give it here. Now, Dahlia, slow down. You're skipping ahead a few steps. First, you have to order your appetizer, then ask your date about themselves and listen politely. Why don't you start at the top? This time, don't be too eager to go in for all the compliments and physical affection. Your attitude should be inviting, but with an air of mystery. Got it, coach. Mysteriously inviting. I'll start back at pulling the chair out. Atta girl. If you need me, I'll be taking notes behind that big fern over there. Don't be afraid to holler for help. Okay, Sawyer, let's try this again. You look very handsome and or beautiful tonight. Please tell me everything about your childhood. Oh, didn't you know? I'm trying to earn my romantic first date badge. Coach here is scoring me to see if I'm eligible to receive it. I've been practicing all week. I was so eager to get started, I must have forgotten to tell you. It's okay, he's here, right? This badge is really important to me. Well, it's not exactly the date you were imagining for your first big date with Dahlia, but you'll take it. Besides, you want to see her succeed. Maybe you can even help her further. What show-stopping date maneuver could you pull to ensure Dahlia gets her badge? Oh my god. My charm is 6. Oh, but my bold, that worked. Okay. Okay. I will be happy. All right. All right. All right. All right. I am very, very impressed. All right. You and Dahlia go on to have a lovely date. After 2 hours of eating and chatting, the bill comes. Time to pay. Don't worry, Sawyer. I brought my designer war spoils chest to cover the meals. Not if you have anything to say about it. Dinner is on you tonight. That's sweet of you, but I got this. I make plenty of money pillaging lesser villages. You don't doubt that. We stand an independent earner. But you explain that you're not paying for your bill. You're paying for all of the bills. You stand up and go around the restaurant paying everyone's tabs. Nobody knows what's happening, but they're definitely in no hurry to stop you. Wow, that's a really nice gesture. It sure was, so why stop there? You leave the restaurant amidst wild applaud and hop from business to business, paying every bill. You cover people's car loan installments, their dental bills, some guy's down payment on a rare Shetland pony that's been bred to have 6 feet. You make it all the way to the federal government where you bribe every politician in sight to pass bills saying you support. Bills equal paid. Oh, hell yes, Sawyer. Can you pay this guy to make muscle tax deductible? La la la. Oh, and let's pass a bill officially changing our national anthem to Slide to Side by Ariana Grande. I love politics. Wow, kids, I couldn't be more impressed. Sawyer's gesture really took this date into overdrive, if you know what I mean. Welcome to the Space Jam. Thanks, Coach. I was wondering why that potted fern was following us everywhere. Yeah, I needed to. Oh my gosh, that went Mickey. Yeah, I needed to return to the restaurant before they called the police. But before I go, here's a romantic first date badge for each of you. Well done. Fuck yeah, politics, pillaging, and victory. This is the best date I've ever gone on. Ditto. You also pass a bill stating your badge is worth the exact amount of legal tender that you used to pay all of these bills, because there's no other way you could afford this. You and Dahlia go to earn the cutest after date snuggling badge ever, and later you get later the +2 fun and the +1 smarts badge. All right. Let's see if we got that date. Go with Dahlia. Yeah. Let's see. I feel like it's a no. Finally gather the courage to ask your beloved to watch the meteor shower with you. It's because I failed so many times. Us, a summer fling? Impossible. It's for your own good. Have you seen how brawny and powerful I am compared to your weak, pathetic body? Anytime we'd hug, or high five, or hypothetically canoodle, I'd run the risk of shattering your entire skeleton with my incredible fists. That means I gotta be with someone who's my physical equal, and you're not even close. I knew it. It hurts, but 55 years from now, this has turned into a silly story you tell your grandkids. They don't say a thing, of course, because they're fictional. They're not real. You never had grandchildren. You remained alone all of this time since you lost your shot at summer love. You're alone, you die alone. Yeah. Yikes. But what did I get? All right. Heck yeah. I'm slowly getting like new outcomes. Slowly but surely. Before those weeks are gone, it felt like a hot minute. It felt like an entire lifetime. The night is, as we say, comes to an end. We all wondered what could come next for us. It feels like the end of something big. Little did we know that life still had many wonders and misadventures in store for us. Now that I'm older, I can see it. How those years became the foundation of the mythology of our lives. Broken hearts turned tragedies, sung for centuries, wild nights, some epics treasured forever. Every kiss and every laugh is now a constellation we'll always find while gazing into the starry night, no matter how many years go by. All right, I think I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. My voice is like really mad at me for choosing to do 2 dating things this week. Tomorrow I'm going to find another game to play. I'm not sure which game yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. Otherwise I might do a break for tomorrow. We'll see. But I will keep you updated on my Twitter. Quickly. There we go. My Twitter, you will see the updates on, is France Streams. PHRANCE Streams. All my personal stuff is on phantomfrance. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. We didn't get a date though, which is sad. Boo. But it happens. But yes. So for tomorrow, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly it's gonna be. We'll have to wait and see. Because otherwise tomorrow I'm gonna be going out with some of my coworkers and we're gonna go and do like just have a night out. Which I haven't done in like 4 years. So I'm like, this will be fun to just go hang out with some coworkers. Just like not on like work time, just like off work time. It'll be fun. I'm excited. But yes, again, we're having a break from Kingdom Hearts for a bit until I can figure out how to stop my videos from getting muted. Because it doesn't care that they're in-game audio. It does not care. Not one bit. And it like bites me in the butt. So, we're going to hold off on those for a bit. I may start a different series for the moment. I'm thinking potentially of doing something like Amnesia or play through all of Outlast and then start back on Kingdom Hearts when it's been like a few months. But I probably will not start that until probably next week is what I was kind of thinking. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I'm sorry that it was a shorter stream, but I'm having difficulties reading, which is like, I think I'm just tired. It's been a very long week because of work, and I have very little energy. So, thank you again, everybody, for joining me. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Let me see if anybody is online, because I know my friend Sins was going to be. Excuse? What are you doing? I know my. Want to go check and see? Yeah, Kobe's being a menace. Yeah, I love it. Okay. So, my friend is not going to start streaming for a little bit. So, I think I can still host. I'll be hosting them after this. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And again, thank you all for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will hopefully see all of you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.